Well, here we go again.
Hi.
We're back.
Again.
He's back now.
Will's
back.
Yay!
Will's back. Yay!
Oh.
Oh.
1 week off, it goes to Ratchet.
See, look at that. I'm the glue.
Oh, don't say that.
Otherwise, I make everyone go loopy.
I was just thinking of something about sticky mess. No,
No, that's not-
that's
I'm not
stupid,
sniffing
yeah.
you.
That's Liam in school shoes.
He's not allowed near glue, you best not sit next to him.
Not allowed near school shoes.
I'm glad he had his shoes.
Right, swiftly moving on.
Oh.
This is a bit of a serious one today.
Well, it's as serious as it's going to get, I suppose, isn't it?
I suppose it depends on how you feel about Dan.
Well, I can't say it on the
That's
podcast.
a million listeners turned off.
But we have waited for this for a very long time.
Yeah,
You finally gave us that message the other
Yeah.
night saying, boys, I think it's time.
yeah, more so, I don't know, I'd trying a couple of weeks and then I sort of had a real feeling shitty sorry for myself day on the weekend and I'm like, do you know what, probably need to talk about what's gone on, why I'm here and yeah, so here we are.
I think it's important for the actual founder of the group to be able to express his
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
And then we can all go, oh, we're actually not that bad.
Yeah, we're not that
We're
far
alright,
after all.
actually. Compared to him, we're alright. I don't know why I came. But
Yeah,
no, it's over to you.
I'm cured.
I'm cured.
Oh, miracle. Yeah, it's not so much of a I'm fucked up or this is, well, I am fucked up, but yeah, not so much one of those stories. It's just, like I said, I put the group together, or my idea for the group obviously came off the back of the passing of Mark, which knocked me for 6, and I know it knocked a few of the others in the group for 6 as well. And then, I've said it before, I had some time off, and obviously I can't divulge why that time was off, but you know what I do for a living, and you know the circumstances of why I was off. And I sort of sat there and I thought, yeah, do you know what, I need this just as much as anybody else does probably. So yeah, we've spoke about it when we've done your stories and when we did Tom's story. It's sort of like one thing, then another thing, then another thing. It's not just one instance that's made me feel like it. So yeah, that's the prelude to it, if you want to call it a prelude. So yeah, childhood, growing up was fine, good childhood, not saying there was any issues around that. It probably all started and probably didn't deal with stuff. My dad was quite seriously ill when I was quite young. Found a clot in his leg. Rushed to hospital. I remember being in bed one night and hearing all this commotion. What's going on? Dad's been taken to hospital. He had this bruise that was the size of a fucking watermelon on the size of his thigh.
Jesus.
So they found his blood clot. Emergency surgery, all that bits and pieces, and then they found out that since birth he had a defect with his aorta. So your aorta is your main artery coming out. I'm just explaining to you, Liam.
Thanks, mate. Cheers, pal.
Do a drawing.
An artery is a big
My wife's a nurse, I know some things, alright.
So his aorta hadn't developed from when he was a kid, so it was the size of a pinhead rather than what it should have been. So he had massive bypass operation, he had massive scar down his back, cut him open and they put carbon fibre tubing inside him. Which was fine, cured the clot problem, everything else. What it didn't cure and what they didn't really make known, or certainly not to me, my brother, probably to my mum, he had a massive stroke a couple of years later because obviously there's now a massive amount of blood flowing around his body that he's not used to having. So Dad had a massive stroke, lost all the use of his left hand side, which he never got back. Growing up, I played a lot of sport, did a lot of stuff with my dad. He was always working on cars, he was always fit, we were always doing stuff. And then that stopped overnight. Stopped the football, stopped the rugby, stopped the cricket. And then Dad's in a wheelchair, having to live downstairs on a bed because he can't make up and downstairs and all that shit that comes with it. So that's probably where my head started a little bit, because then as well as the physical side of it, it changed him mentally. He became aggressive, he was not Dad anymore, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Couldn't have conversations with him, he got really sort of frustrated really easy, and I get it, couldn't speak properly, couldn't move around properly, so I get that, but as we've said, when you're the family at home, you bear the brunt of it, don't you?
Yeah.
So that went on, I was in secondary school when it happened, and then Mum and Dad got divorced, another major issue, and all that stuff that comes with it. Yeah, just crap couple of years whilst all that was going on, and then visiting and stuff. At this point, he'd been able to get sort of a car on disability, so he'd come and pick us up on a Wednesday night. Sometimes he wouldn't turn up, sometimes he did, sometimes he'd turn up late. It was just shit, it was horrendous. And I remember one evening he came and turned up and kicked off with my mum and was really shitty. At which point I'm about 16, I think. I ended up grabbing him, bending him over the bonnet of his car and telling him to fuck off. And as I did so, the local neighbour Bobby was walking down over the hill outside my mum's house, sees all this kicking off outside the house. So Dad clears off in the car, Bobby comes in, and this guy's 6'6", 6'7", he's a huge bloke. Yeah.
I bet he was really nice as well.
He was. So honestly, and I'm where I am now because of the conversations that we had at that time, and that's where my career path started. But at the midst of all that, that's where it came from. So yeah, that was that. Fast forward a few years, I'd been in the job nearly 9 years. Then got a phone call one morning, out of the blue, from my stepmom, really upset, your dad's died. And that was literally the conversation. She put the phone down, I'm like, you should put the phone down. What the fuck did I just hear?
You don't sort of believe it, do you? Think it's someone else you're going, whoa.
I remember it now, I'm sat on the sofa and I'm like, oh right. I mean, he'd been ill, he'd had a couple of heart attacks and stuff, but yeah, it's one of those. But he'd had a massive heart attack, sat in the armchair. He'd asked her to go and get his slippers from upstairs. By the time she come back downstairs, he was dead in the armchair. And it was literally nothing anybody could have done. And he kind of, albeit as many people say that, you always think, oh, shit. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, so then I'd lost, the relationship with him had got better over the years. And we weren't back to where we were, but we were talking, and, you know, I mean, still have conversations, like I said to you the other week. I still talk to my old man now. If I'm in the garage trying to figure something out, for fuck's sake, Dad, what the fuck do I do here? You know, or whatever.
As well.
If there's something cracking off in the house, I'm like, what the fuck would the old man do? And yeah, so that's a massive chunk gone. I mean, he's only in his 50s when he's died. So yeah, from there, I was married too young, had a child too young, got divorced myself. Rocked up at my mate's house one night with 2 bin liners and an Xbox tucked under my arm.
Got to remember the Xbox. Never forget that.
Don't even without it. He knew that it was coming, and it was kind of like, if you need to, you know where I am. Yeah. So rocked up in the middle of the winter, 2 bin liners of clothes, and an Xbox. Spent 6 months in his house with his wife and his 2 kids. Kicked them out of their cabin bed. I was sleeping on a junior cabin bed, which was a tight squeeze, but God bless them, and they got me through a real shit time with that. Yeah, it's just horrendous. Going on from there, obviously met Jen, still not brilliant, and I was a dick, and I'll say it now and over again, and I've had this conversation many times. I've treated Jen like shit, and it doesn't make me feel good, doesn't make me feel fucking proud, and I can't make excuses. I was just shit. Talked to her like shit, treated like shit, treated the house like shit, didn't look after anybody, didn't look after myself, wasn't interested in anything else. Bizarrely, she's stuck by me and we got married. Got married in 2015, got pregnant quite quickly afterwards with twins, as it turns out. We didn't know. And she had a miscarriage one afternoon when we were in Tesco's up at the Rico. And she had the miscarriage, rushed to hospital, did the scans, everything else, and they found baby number 2. So we're like, oh shit. So at that point it was kind of like, oh fuck, miscarriage, but we're still pregnant, complete head fuck, what do you do? And as a result, a couple of weeks later she lost the second one.
Fucking
so it was, we were hanging on, gripping onto that last little, you know, that we were going to be alright, but no, sadly we lost the 2 of them. So yeah, that sent me off on another spiral, and again, I just became a prick. Drinking, being a knob, treating him like shit, doing things I shouldn't have done outside of a marriage, which came back and bit us in the ass. Sometime later, we had a load of shit fall out from that. This other person then went on to stalk and harass Jen more than me. In the midst of all this, we've had Ray. While she was pregnant with Ray, we still had Grace every weekend. There was malicious reports going into Warwickshire Social Services saying that Jen was mistreating Grace, and mate, honestly, you know, what's that? Baby reindeer.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Full
Fuck
on,
mate.
to somebody, neither of us have watched it because we don't need to bring back.
No,
all that
100%.
shit.
But we've watched
when we've
it.
read about it and listened, we're like, yep,
Yeah.
that's clearly somebody that's been on
Fucking
the
hell.
receiving end of it, and it was shit. Police didn't do anything about it, shall we say. Nothing ever came of that. Thankfully, that's all died of death and disappeared, and thank fuck for that. But yeah, so yeah, we stuck through it all. Jen's been a rock through all of it, and if it had been the other way around, I probably wouldn't have stuck by that person. But yeah, that's where we are. And then 2011, I got a phone call, sat at home. Sorry, going back a little bit now, but 2011, got a phone call at home. Best mate from school was in the police, committed suicide. And that literally pulled the rug from under my feet. So dealt with that, did the funeral, had to go and do the speech at the funeral. It was fucking shit. A couple of weeks later, another mate took his own life.
Fucking hell.
And then 2 years after that, somebody else took their life. So in the space of those 3 years, I lost Rowan. I lost a mate called Clive Jones from back home. And then I found out that another mate of mine, Ross Freebury, had taken his life as well. And it was just like, shit,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on? And I only kind of sat in it thinking, this is how fucked up my head was, or I don't know if it is, but you sat in it thinking, what have I done? Have I done something to
You can't
cause
help
all
but
this?
blame yourself, can you?
You know, when you think back, have I acted that way? Has this caused this?
Yeah.
Have I not spoke to that person, and
Why
because
did I
I've been
spot?
being a dick,
Yeah.
I've not spotted what they are doing? Yeah. And yeah, I mean, we've spoke about it. You never know, do you? And people could be living a normal life and then just
On the
decide.
face of it,
That's
they could
it.
be a perfect, normal human being, but in the head or underneath, you haven't got a fucking clue what's going on.
Yeah. And so then fast forward, I lost another good friend at work through suicide. Not long before Mark took his life. So in a period of 8 years, I lost 5 people that were close to me, and all by suicide. So yeah, that's
That's going to put your head in a
it
fucking
in a
shed.
nutshell. That's where I am. That's why I'm fucked up, and that's why I decided enough was enough and needed to do something about it. Tried to work on myself. Tried to be better, do better things. Still not perfect. Far from perfect, but I try to do it. But yeah, that's where I am today, and this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. And like I said to you from the start, it's not just about anybody else. I do it for me, because if I didn't have this, if I didn't have the group that we've now got, if I didn't have the support network,
I agree.
I don't know where I'd be.
I say it, I know I say it every week or every month, but this group, and especially you two sitting here, you have saved probably my life and my wife, my kids.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't find you, I would have just carried on in that state of not giving a fuck about anything.
Yeah.
And keep spiralling. But this gives me purpose now, because we know we've helped, and we've seen it firsthand, we've helped people get out of where we've been, all three of us, and they go, fucking hell, if I didn't hear that podcast, or if I didn't come on that walk, I don't know where I would have been.
Yeah. I've been many a nights in the old house where we were sat on my own in the downstairs toilet, looking at the dog leads hanging on the back of the door, thinking, I could tie those. This could be the way out, this would be, and people would be better off without me about. And that's the darkest sort of places I've been. I know you talk about things, you think, oh yeah, but you're alright, but you don't realise that you sit there and you just sort of think, I don't need to be here. If I wasn't here, X, Y and Z
They wouldn't have to worry about this, they wouldn't worry about that move, this, but then you sort of go, yeah, but it's all good you're not being here, but you're not thinking of the repercussions.
Yeah.
Because you haven't got, let's say you did, you wouldn't have to deal with the finances, telling the kids, raising the kids, shit, what am I going to do now? How do I explain what's happened? And you go, actually, it's not.
Yeah. Now for me, mate, it was like, if I wasn't here, Jen wouldn't have to deal with this shit. because at that time, like I said, I was just being a complete prick, and they kind of think you don't deserve that.
No.
And that was at the time. That was the only way I could think of making things better.
So
Yeah, thankfully, I had Grace at the time, Jen was there, and that was the two things. As much as I was trying to think they'd be better off without me, they were the two things that stopped me from taking that. And that's how close I was. I mean, I was sat in the toilet, in the downstairs toilet, and the dog leads are hanging on the door probably about 2 feet away from me. And I was looking at the hook they were hanging on and looking at the leads thinking, yeah, I could do off that.
And now look at you today.
Just shows how easy those thoughts just
Mate,
creep in.
Consume.
Even when you don't expect them
Yeah.
to. And you, like you said, you just sat there looking like, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
It's mad.
You take 5 minutes, job done. You don't. You should think twice about things like that. But when you're in that
when you're in that
depression,
cloud, you just
stress, anxiety, everything, you think, let's just
and
do it.
we've said it. You're the only person in that position at that time, and you think you're
No
the only
one-
person going through it.
No one's going to say anything that's going to make it better.
No.
No amount of ideas.
No.
Let's go and do this. No, I'm not listening to you. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to fucking do it.
Yeah. And again, I know we keep it, but this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know, I did the doctor thing. I did the speaking to somebody. I got given antidepressants, never took them. Sat there and I was probably embarrassed or ashamed to take them.
I was.
But then at the same time, I was kind of thinking, I'm going to do this for myself rather than that. And that was the sort of drive I wanted to do it to prove to myself.
That's
that
the
I
only
could
reason
fix it.
I took mine is that first tablet. I cried my eyes out and went, Bridget, I don't want to do it. She said, but if you don't, how are you going to start the process? And I went, you know what? You're right. You think, fucking hell. But now,
No,
just
so
take it like a paracetamol.
yeah, it was. I mean, I came out from the doctor's bits, crying, speaking to people on the phone, crying, and sort of like trying to apologise to people, and they're like, "What the fuck are you apologising for?" Because they don't realise what had gone on and what I'd been doing and everything else, and any kind of the embarrassment of saying, "Well, I've done this actually, and this has happened, and you don't know about this, but I've been shit, and you know I need to start making amends for it."
Yeah.
So yeah, short and sweet. That's
Mate,
Dan's fucked up.
You're not fucked up. Like you said to us and our stories, a multitude of things have happened in a very short space of time.
Yeah.
And it's all built up. You've not been able to process that one thing, but then you've tried to process it, bang, something else has happened. Something else has happened.
Yeah.
And you haven't given you that side to get over it. And that's the difficult thing. But I want to give a shout out to Theo because he's a fucking pocket rocket.
Oh mate, he's
He does not
absolute
stop.
lunatic. Took him climbing on the weekend. He loved it. He's only 5, and he's looking at this boulder.
So I'm going
It's
to fucking have you here.
It's probably 15 feet to the top.
Straight to the top.
So the guy gives us the introduction. He's like, "This is how you do it. This is what." And I'm like, "Anybody want to go?" He's like, "Yeah." So I'm thinking,
Calm down here, mate.
So I'm stood at the bottom of this wall watching. Mate, he's up at like a rapid drain pipe. He's at the top, looking down on that, one hand hanging off the wall. I'm like, "You are taking the piss." He's up and down all afternoon. He didn't stop. He absolutely loved it. But yeah. And
But
then,
you can see when we were at the fun day and when we've done little events together, you can see that those kids adore you.
yeah.
And so did Jen, to be fair.
Well, yeah.
Well, no, first time I met her, I was really nervous because she went, "Oh, she'll be alright, she'll be fine." But for the first 5 minutes, she was fantastic. And we've all sort of become really good friends. Which
I mean,
is
she
very.
just scared me a little bit.
Yeah.
But then I'm glad you're
every
married to her,
good
mate.
wife does, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, Bridget scares the living shit out of me. If she says it's Wednesday, mate, it's
That's
fucking
their
Wednesday.
job. They're supposed to scare the shit out of us, stop us doing stupid shit.
I think what strikes me is what's nice is you're a family unit.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
as much as you lean on her, she leans on you, and you can see that every day.
Yeah.
And the matching PJs prove that to me.
Oh yeah, we've seen the video, mate. We've seen the photo.
Oh
yeah.
PJs all over that shit.
Yeah, two tools got nothing on you in that photo.
We're not special or at it extra hard compared to anybody else.
That's
but yeah,
a certificate, mate.
We have struggled. We've had a really shit week this week with stuff that's going on for both of us. But yeah, and I think you get to that point where it's that sort of respect for each other for what we've been through and what we've done.
Yeah.
And you kind of think, fuck me, we've got through worse
If you can
than
get
this.
through this, nothing else matters.
I mean, we say all the time, we just get fed up with fighting for stuff, but that's life, isn't it? You know,
You've got
Life
no
is
choice but to
shit.
fight.
You've got to.
You've got to.
Yeah, you have to. If you want it, you fight for it, and that's. I mean, give her a due. She's stronger than I am. She just deals with stuff and gets on with it, and still looks after me, the kids, and the dogs. But
I don't know how my wife does it either. Especially to put it with me. You know what I'm like. The best. You haven't had to see me an hour a week. She has to live with me 24 hours a day.
Is it only an hour? Feels a lot longer.
But like you said, I was
Mate, I was an absolute
I
balance.
was just
Absolute
shouting,
balance.
screaming.
Yeah.
Do you want to go out? No.
Yeah.
Lock myself away. How she stuck by me, I'll never know.
Mate, I punched holes in doors, in walls, and to this day I don't know why. That was
When you're in the middle of that,
yeah.
nothing. You don't care, do you?
No.
You just want to do it to get the anger out, the frustration.
I think you absolute palm sack, because now I've got to fix that. Now I've got to pay for that. That's more money I'm taking away from us because I'm going to repay what I've caused. Yeah, I won't tell you the amount of times that I've stormed off in a proper little paddy. I walked once from work home to Wolvie.
Fucking hell.
Because
do you know what that is?
Wolverley, yeah, I drive through it every day.
Wolverley.
Wolverley, shut up.
So I was working over on the A45 side of Cough.
Yeah, you've lost me now.
South
side of Eton.
From there to Wolvie
You luded
in steel-toe cut boots from
Was
a
that from
training
Chase?
course from Canley.
Or from
Canley to Wolvie. Because we'd had a stupid little...
Literally the other side of the city.
Yeah, 14 miles. Because I was too freaking stubborn, too angry and too selfish to just suck up and say, sorry, I was being a dick, can I get in the car please?
We should have some good boots on.
Yeah, my feet didn't feel like that by the time I got home.
Did you listen to the Proclaimers?
No. Yeah. Fucking hell, my poor feet. These boots were not made for walking. Yeah, so... I just wanted to, like I say, at that moment of the weekend I thought, I need to talk about it because I've had a few people in the group say, well, why? Why are you doing what you're doing, and you don't seem to have any issues yourself. And it's kind of like, I do. You just don't know about them because I'm up to now, I've been very selective about who knows about it. But I think it's good for me, but it's also good for the group to have this conversation and just get it out there and say, look,
to normalise the conversation.
If they've listened to somehow all three of us, and they'll see the variety of different circumstances and issues and what we've had to deal with that brought us to a similar place, to then have us sat here talking absolute bollocks into a microphone. So like we've all dealt with loss, to varying degrees.
Yeah.
I mean, Liam, of what the fuck was with the armed robberies? I mean, I ain't even had that. I mean, like, even you've not had that.
Inside job, mate.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like,
shh.
And then, like,
tell them.
Personally, I've not had anyone close to me that I really know of take their own life.
No, I haven't.
And yet you had so many in such a short space of time, and it's unreal.
We've all felt those same feelings.
Yeah.
Different experiences.
Even though half my family died in 1 year.
But it takes you to that same place then, and that's the thing that, like I say, that's...
It's the beauty of the group.
Yeah. Everybody's been to the same point. It's just you've taken a different way of getting there.
Yeah.
But ultimately, that's the feelings you're feeling and going through.
Yeah.
But thankfully, touch wood.
But now the group's blossoming.
Oh, God, yeah.
The group has all of a sudden just blown up.
Yeah.
But it's stories like this, all of us have told it, that have made people go, you know what, I think it's time for me to... And we're noticing every other week, I am such and such, this is my story. Or great podcast, lads, I listen to that and it's made me want to go and seek help because I know I'm struggling. Yeah.
And like I say, I mean, I've tried it all. I've done the doctor thing, I've done a couple of counselling sessions, the medication. And like we said, unless you've tried it, you don't know. So just try everything and you will find something that fits for you.
Yep.
So
to improve it.
We spoke briefly about it before we started recording, but I had my final therapy session after the weeks of trying to arrange it.
Shouldn't be such a poorly child then, should you?
I'm like a Victorian child in the gym.
Right. Get out the sun.
Finally had that session today, and it's like I didn't really have anything bad to talk about. And you can see the counsellor getting, oh, is that because of this? And I was like, no, it's not, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's helped a little bit.
Yeah.
But I feel if I just had that, maybe it would be a different story, and I wouldn't. Obviously, I've had some outcomes prior to that session that have made things a lot better for me. But if it was just the counselling, I feel like it wouldn't have quite had the same pattern to it as what I saw on the graph today that she showed me, which I've asked for her to send to me because I thought I might frame it.
Frame it.
Say, look,
mate, absolutely.
I am better.
100%.
You should always...
You look back at that.
But when I was looking back at it, and I was looking at, because she was telling me the dates of when each of these questionnaires was, so I was thinking back to where I was at that point.
Yeah.
And I could see each moment and how I got past it, and in pretty much all of them, the way I got past it was with Back and Forth.
Mm.
I just spoke about that with the therapist as well. But if I hadn't had Back and Forth, I feel like I wouldn't have spoken to the therapist in as much detail and been as honest as what I was.
Yeah.
Celebrate the success.
Yeah.
Always celebrate those little wins every day.
We've said from day one, if it helps one person, then it's been a success. And like that's sort of tongue-in-cheek a little bit, because it's kind of like, well, it's helping me. So I already set myself up at the start, and it kind of like...
But we've always said, this, we all have a laugh and a joke, but this podcast generally helps us through every week. Because we get here 10 minutes early, and we're all bullshitting each other. Well,
you do.
I do. I get out of the house. But we all bullshit each other for 10 minutes, and then we'll have 10 minutes after, but we just talk.
Yeah.
And it relieves me for the week, and I go, right, okay, I can reset and carry on.
Yeah.
So it's our little Tuesday reset button.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. I mean, I had a moment at home yesterday. I had a shit day at work yesterday. It was,
Never!
Yeah. So I got in, and Jen was like, "You alright?" I went, "Not really, I had a shit day." She said, "Yeah, I guess that." And I sort of felt myself withdrawn a little bit last night, and I shut myself off again, which I promised I wouldn't do. And we had a text conversation this morning, and she was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Not really, I feel shit." I said, "Sorry about yesterday. I was feeling really crap." And she said, "Yeah, I know, you just need to say." And I think that just shows how good she is, because, again, I just blocked her off, blocked the kid. I played with the kids for a bit and then put them to bed. I took the dog out for a walk.
Yeah.
But yeah, then the conversation this morning was like, you just need to say, we'll just put a film on and just do that, rather than just not say anything, because...
But then it's that age-old thing, do I want a burden? Do I want to put that pressure on?
Yeah.
Is she going through things that I don't know about that she's not told me, and me going, feeling shit, is that going to add on to that pressure? Yeah. But in reality, she's going to go, stop being a bit of a tit, and let's talk about it, or let's just sit there and watch film and just be with each other.
Yeah.
And that gets you out of it.
That's all it is sometimes, and you know, and when I preach it all the time, talk about things, tell, and I'm like, you've just been a hypocrite, because I'm doing exactly what I tell you not to do.
Why are you not listening to yourself?
Have a word with yourself, you dickhead. But yeah.
That's where we are.
That's where we are.
Oh, thank you, mate. I know that took a lot of knackers, to be fair.
Do you know, I'm like, all the time,
fucking hell.
But then I'm like...
Sorry, Taylor.
Yeah. But I'm like...
No, he's getting here.
I didn't come into it thinking I've got this tale to tell. I've not got the trauma people have been through and stuff. And then we actually think, well...
I beg to differ.
Yeah, but again, I think, like we've said about, you know, you sort of like, I've come from that age where just get on with it, deal with it. And I was very much, up until very recently, still in that mindset that just life's dealt with that, get on with it.
I don't care now, I'll talk about it every day.
Well, the thing is, it's only until recently that a lot of people have that mindset, including myself. It's just how the world works. And thankfully now, more recently, everyone's starting to go, actually, this is a massive, it's an epidemic of...
Yeah.
I mean, we had, on our training day, we had an input from someone that you know, talking about the mental health side of stuff and the wellbeing side of it from various groups that he's been involved with. Made me talk about Back and Forth, and I was like, you little fuck. Just put me on the spot like that. But then he was going through the stats of suicide rates and showing that there was an insane increase. And then he was showing us various trends of not only how many people are taking their own life, but how they do it as well. Between the two, like between male and female. Okay, who tends to do what?
Yeah.
And it was just like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
And now we're starting to see a rise in female suicides as well.
Yeah.
But there's still that massive gap.
Yeah.
Whereas the majority of them are men.
Yeah.
And it's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Because you're just thinking, okay, I might not feel that way at the minute.
But you very quickly find yourself there.
But who says, you know, who says I'm not going to be sat there downstairs looking at a dog feed 1 minute and going, actually, yeah. Because that's just how quick it happens. It's not something you contemplate for weeks and weeks and weeks. And
it doesn't flick a switch, won't it, and just go, right,
that's it.
That's
and
it.
You know,
Let's
I remember now I've been fine-ish all day that day and couldn't sleep. I just went and sat downstairs and that was it. And that was the first thing that came to my head and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It takes you by
where's that come from?
Yeah. It's like, I remember, I'm trying to remember where I was now. It was a little while ago, maybe about 6 years ago. I was really, it was when I was first really struggling with anxiety and everything like that, and I've been dealing with it for a good couple of years through school, and I just had enough. But I didn't know I'd had enough. And I remember one night I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a bath. That'll make me feel better. And I just thought to myself, what if I just drowned?
Yeah.
And well, I was gonna do it. I felt like I was actually gonna do it. I had my head under and everything, and I was like, this is it. And then a little thought came into my head. I was like, do I really want them finding my flabby hats in the bathtub? No, not really. And it's as silly as it is. So I was like, oh, okay, that stopped me. And then I went to the doctor after that, and they put me on the happy pills, which didn't make me happy, but didn't make me anything.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's a bit shit.
Yeah.
So I just stopped taking them.
Yeah.
But because I had them, it got me to a place where I could just stop taking them.
Yeah.
Whereas if I hadn't had them, where would I be?
Yeah.
But it just goes to show, it's just like that. I thought, oh, I know what made me feel better. All of a sudden it's like, ooh, no.
Yeah. And that's the scary thing, it comes on that quick, but then to turn it back off takes so much fucking longer.
And energy.
Oh, yeah.
And time.
Yeah.
And strength.
Yeah. And that's it. It's that having that, right, I've had this thought, I need to do something about it. But then again, you're back to the shit, I've got to build myself up, I've got to go and speak to somebody.
Got to ring the doctor.
Yeah.
That's the fucking nosy
Get past Barbara.
bitch. Yeah.
And what I noticed as well with it was, obviously everyone gets their little intrusive thoughts, like we're on a plane and some kids screaming, you just want to drop kick it into the next window. You get those thoughts come in, then it goes, that's it. You don't really dwell on it.
Remind us not to be on a plane with Will and our kids.
Yeah.
Fucking watch
it. We'll have a whip round and put him into premium.
Just to get a
cargo hold
down the plane.
You know what? I'll take that. Glass of champers on the way.
On the flight deck, please.
But like, you have intrusive thoughts and they go as quick as they come.
Yeah.
And like, sometimes you just think, well, what if I just jumped off the bridge, and then you just don't think about it. Because I always joke about it with my sister, like, I could just push her off here. I mean, she did push me down the stairs once on holiday. She claims she didn't, but she actually pushed me.
He fell over.
Did you come back with a tan?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Of course he did.
And bruised
Of
out.
course you did.
David Dickens.
But then it's like, obviously when I was in the back, I was like, this ain't going away. I was like, what the fuck?
Pull the plug.
And that's what hit me. I was like, oh,
yeah.
Oh, this one's sticking. Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and
that's
that
what
was it for
prompted
me,
it.
mate. That was it. That was the, oh shit, I've reached that point.
Yeah.
Here we are. There we go.
And now look at us. Fucking hell.
Still fucked up, but sat on the sofa talking about it.
Just a lot older.
A lot older.
Still fucked up with less hair.
A lot less.
Yeah.
You can get to fuck.
I've had a trim.
You have. You have like
did it myself. Can you tell?
Yeah.
Hang on. Who's scissors?
Did you use scissors?
I used scissors by myself. Well, Ronnie stood next to me.
Crayola safety scissors?
No, because they wouldn't cut. Don't. Fuck off.
You missed a bit.
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, here we go. Now, love spuds and plums. The challenges
Challenges were
actually
a
gone
success
really
last
well.
week. Really impressed with that. I managed to...
Well, you look like a reject from Madame Tussauds in your
I'm not
photo.
getting that picture.
I'm keeping that.
That was my concentration face for far.
No, with your KD shit, you're looking like that.
I sat too far away from the telly. I've got old eyes.
I don't know.
What the fuck?
I uninstalled it.
To be fair, I haven't played it in a couple
But
of weeks.
it's not because like I didn't necessarily want to play it, because I do want to play the new Zombies map, but then Tom's been convincing me, just from his little comments here and there, to try Ark.
Well, I turned mine on the other night just after Battle Pass Season 2 landed. And turned it on, Xbox needs an update. Or it needs an update, 300 gig. I'm like, you're taking the piss.
Bye.
I've only got a 500 gig hard drive. So after much fucking about, I've deleted everything apart from campaign and multiplayer just to install this update.
Nah, fuck that.
And then played it for many hours. The new map's quite good. But I'm like, what the? How can you get away with that? 300 gig. I mean, thankfully I've got decent internet.
You've got the same Xbox I have, so you literally have like no storage.
No, so I've got an external hard drive plugged into it, which you can't play games from.
You have to
which
transfer
is, you got to
them
keep
over.
swapping them over, which is a ball ache.
Come on, Xbox, sort
Whereas
it out.
I know with the 360, you used to be able to play them from the hard drive.
Well,
as well.
you can if you buy one of the really expensive Xbox branded cards.
But then at that point, you
But
might
it's
as well just buy a
150
different
quid.
Xbox.
So you may as well put that money towards it and buy a Series X and another bigger hard drive.
Because that's what I was going to go for. And then they didn't have any
White
left,
one.
and I was too impatient.
Yeah,
so,
that was me.
so I just bought.
I just got the little
Series
S, the
S.
digital
That's
one.
what I've got. Is it? Well, that's what Jim
But
bought
you'd
for
think
Christmas.
if it's one just for digital games, it'd have a decent amount of hard
Yeah,
drive
no.
space.
Yeah.
Sniper Elite Resistance. Oh,
Yeah.
hooked on that.
Although
Great
I've
game.
been absolutely sweating Fortnite.
Child.
But there are people who actually sweat it, like properly sweat it. And I was just thinking,
I remember playing it first came out and I was like, I can't.
Oh, wait,
remember
yeah,
this
no.
shit.
But to be fair, it's changed a lot and it is a lot better.
But look, we're digressing here.
No, that was my Love Spuds.
Oh, was it? The
So
download?
the download. Yeah, I was having my pants down.
Did
over
you not
the
fucking
download.
listen?
I said plums as well. And we were on about
We
the
know you've always
challenges.
got plums on your mind.
Well, he's forehead.
Lower! But no, well done to Jack. He went on the extra run.
Yes,
He
well
went
done,
like
Jack.
a waxwork.
Yeah, and you
No.
managed to walk with Bridget.
Yeah, well, she led me around and held me hand and made
She
sure I didn't get
Did
lost.
she drive you there as well?
No, I
Put you in a
did.
straight jacket.
Without the sat nav.
Well, you didn't need it. Bridget was sat next to you. Tell
Good
us where
point,
to
she
go.
knew where to go.
She was driving.
No.
So yeah, no, I think that was quite, and it was quite well received within the group as well. I think there's a few people jumped on board.
Now we've got another one this week.
Yes.
Connor has decided to do a 5k.
Yeah, God bless him. Well, he's looking at doing a Tough Mudder as well, isn't
And
he?
he's
So
not
got
ran,
weekend.
he said, in a couple of years properly.
Yeah,
To go straight in with the 5k.
yeah. No, fair play to him.
Fair play. I can
So yeah,
go
there,
for it.
Connor. There's your challenge extended, mate.
Have you got a love spuds, Will?
Have I got a love spuds?
For me,
Not
it's
one
other,
I can talk about.
it's other people's kids.
That seemed really personal the way you just looked at Dan.
Oh,
No,
no,
no.
not your kids.
No,
Your
no.
kids are great.
He's like, other people's
Well,
kids.
Theo always beats me up when I see him. He always comes running,
Anyone
like,
can
drop
beat
kicks
Because
me.
you're a fanny.
Couldn't fight you out.
Good point. But no, Bridget took Riley to a soft play yesterday.
Oh.
I don't like soft plays at the best of times. I refuse
No.
to
First
refuse
hard
to
play.
go. Oh, I love a bit of hard play from now then. Sorry.
We're on the topic of children, Liam.
No, yeah. Have you got?
Oh, yes,
yeah,
sorry.
that's cancelled.
So,
Cancel.
Allegedly. So Riley's trying to get in this little ball pit and this little kid goes, no, it's closed. So Riley comes back crying his eyes out. So Bridget goes into full on mum mode. Out
Was
the
it
fucking
mum mode
way,
or was
mate.
it A&E nurse mode?
I think it was a cross, which
Oh.
is the most dangerous of
It's
persons.
not a place to be.
So from what Bridget told me, is she went bright red at this child and said, if you don't move, I'm going to push you over in it. To which Riley got allegedly, Riley got a massive ball apparently and smashed it over this kid's head. I was actually quite proud.
There are so many things wrong with this conversation. Yeah. Okay.
I just hate other people's kids. They just run
Should
around.
we just
they're
leave it at that?
feral. Yeah. Mental mailbox, quick.
That is phenomenal.
Jesus Christ! Get us out of here quick.
So many innuendos in
Say
there.
So only a little one at soft play, and then turns out it's an assault of a child. And
Sue
you-
me. I weren't there.
Actively
But-
engaging it. No.
but Bridget didn't assault the child.
Allegedly. So we've had a
Someone under the
special.
age of 10 did, so it's not a crime.
Correct.
Is it not?
No.
Game on. Well,
Age
right.
criminal responsibility in this country, Liam, is 10.
Allegedly.
Mental age not included.
It's a lot lower than that.
Battery's not included.
So, the mental mailbox. We've
This
had
is a good one.
We have had an
Clock This
email.
one, a genuine mental
We've
mailbox.
had an
I like
email. It's not about us lot.
No.
It's about my dad,
it. Yes.
which is
The legend.
good. So it says, "Hi guys, just want to say how much enjoyed listening to Liam's dad, Carl, on the recent podcast. Are you sure they're related? Well, if you heard the stories, you
Where's
definitely know.
Jeremy Call when you need him?
Carl has the sort of voice that can calm anyone down. Very soothing, very engaging.
I feel like
agree
one of
with
us three could be up for the chop and we're going to get permanently replaced
Yeah.
by Pakistan.
Well, there is a bit of pod
Well,
admin.
To be fair,
There
yeah.
is a bit of pod admin coming up soon.
Yeah,
Keep up the good work with the podcasts. You seem to have toned down the language slightly,
that'd be you, Liam.
which makes the broadcast so much better to listen to.
Yeah, I think
Well, I've not dropped a C-bomb.
you haven't, to be fair. Not in 3 weeks.
See? And even more interesting, the topics discussed are so important to so many guys who are struggling. Best wishes, Adam.
Yes, I clocked that. Thank you, Adam.
Thank you very much.
Really appreciate it. And yeah, I think you're right. I think the feedback I've had the last couple of weeks is we sound more professional and we know what we're doing. But I think that's probably because...
The thing is, I found we don't really swear when Carl's here.
No, because we've got to be on our best behaviour.
He's our dad as well. He's going to tell me off.
Come on, say shit
now, boys, calm down.
Yeah, it makes Taylor's editing work a little bit easier, I suppose, as well, when it's not full of expletives, and at least we can string a sentence together without something cropping up.
Good point. But pod admin, I'm away for the next 2 weeks.
Woohoo! Oh, sorry, mate. Oh, yeah.
Thanks. Yes, I'm not available next week for childcare reasons. And the week after, I'm going to the biggest soft play in the UK.
Oh, is that the one?
Why do you keep going back to these places?
Don't ask me, blame Bridget.
That's a you problem, and it's not an us problem.
Is that the one
Tried
in
to get out.
Northampton?
Yes, it's
Up in
absolutely massive.
It's actually really fun.
Do you want to go instead of me?
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
Oh, I am here next week. I thought it wasn't. It's the week after I'm not here.
Christ, I'm with my on the week after.
No, I'm back.
You just said you only
You said the week next too.
The 8th and
Yeah, that's 2.
15th.
Mate, don't do it to yourself. You look like you're going to do yourself an injury.
That's 2.
Okay.
Right.
And then we've got the special one coming up, which I'm really looking forward to that. I've watched a couple of
We
TikToks
might have
today,
a
and
professional setup back for that one with the table and the office chairs.
Yeah, we'll have to, cause, yeah, we'll be 4 up.
Either that or we can sort of perch Liam there somewhere.
Yeah. Or just give me a little hat sitting like a gnome in a corner.
A gunk.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks. On that note,
Lima the gunk.
inside joke. You can gonk off, alright?
So yeah, so what you're saying is in 2 weeks' time, if we need somebody, we could do with somebody getting in on a
Yes, if you want to come on the podcast.
Otherwise I'm going to be on my jack.
Or my dad could come back.
You can have a one-on-one.
Yeah, could do. I could get...
I think it'd be good to get...
really dig into your
objective things. How many times was Liam in the microwave? No, if you want to come on the podcast, please get in touch.
Yes, more happy to have anybody on. Talk about whatever. Promote yourself.
Now, we haven't got a sponsorship this week because I've not pulled my finger out my arse, so I apologise.
You can tell it's brown.
Oh, I've cleaned it.
Oh, very
So,
well.
I think the sponsor this week
Or his arse.
is going to be the War Memorial Park Walk this
Yes.
Saturday. 10 o'clock, meeting at the CAF.
Been a good success the last couple of weeks. Those
We had
the
10
walks.
last time, 8 the previous time.
previous
I'll
time.
be there this Saturday. We're
Yeah.
just going out, so she's gone, yeah. So I don't mind leading it if JB's. I think JB's there as well.
Yeah, JB's there. That might change at short notice for
Well, I can
some
do
bits
it.
and pieces he's
Yeah.
got going on. But yes, Saturday, 10 o'clock. I was hoping the new flags were up. I don't think you're going to be here in time. It might be for the next one.
Which should be the 22nd, which is the big one.
Which is the big one. Which should be perfect.
Is the dog coming?
Oh yes. So I took Tilly on Saturday for her first walk round Holton.
How did she come?
Mate, she loved it. She was brilliant.
Did she
I
do
felt sorry for Simon. Simon, one of the lads that lives in Holton, is visually impaired, so he walks with a stick. He's got a ball on the end. So the first 5 minutes was chaos, which I had to apologise for because she thought it was playtime. And
Why am I in a river? Oh, sorry. The dog's took you there, mate.
Yeah, so it was slightly awkward. But that side, nobody was injured or died, and we managed to get around the walk. So yeah, God bless her. She's going to be good fun.
I'm going to have to end it by yourself.
So on that note, with these two giggling idiots sat next to me, I suppose it falls down to me to say we will see you next Thursday.